Hey everyone, so I'm back with a quick update. The last trade ended up getting stopped out. I was just doing a bunch of things at the same time, and I didn't really have time to babysit it and manually get out before it reached the stop loss. So it got stopped out, and it took about an 11% loss for whatever reason. It kind of, I think there might have been like a little bit of a slip or something, even though it's a small account. So if you look at the last video, I don't think I showed the asset page, but if you look at the last video, this is what it was saying. Like literally, this amount was what we had in the account before the trade went bad or before it got stopped out. So 0020, which is equivalent to like 93 bucks. So you can see right now that this new trade that I have has already recovered that little bit of a loss, and this trade is kind of it's higher than the 30 minute. Like I don't want to say it's between 4 hour and 12 hour, let's just say that. And because the target for it is pretty low, I don't really want to cause FOMO, and I don't want to I don't want to enable anybody to copy trade this. So I'm just gonna say this has turned from a 30-minute scalp trade to kind of like a higher time frame trade. And the way I got in is basically my invalidation area for the previous trade is basically my entry for this trade. And the way I rushed into that trade and kind of tried to force a trade out of it basically was me going counter trend and me trying to force the signal out of my Stokes. And the invalidation area actually gave me a trade in the direction of the trend and kind of alongside the Stokes. So that was enough bias for me. That was enough bias for me to enter, and you can see it's pretty much working well so far. And the leverage for it is a little bit high, and I mentioned before, when I have good bias and when I have like when things line up for me, I would push it to this level, but this 20x is basically the max that I would 20 whatever x is basically the maximum I push it to. But I don't recommend anybody else doing this because like myself, I'm very comfortable with my strategy. Like I know how far I can push it. I've pushed it to 25x before, and I've been able to manage my risk and basically keep myself within the parameters of my stop loss and risk management and all that stuff. So I know how far I can push it, but somebody else that hasn't practiced with the strategy, or basically hasn't been through the ups and downs with the strategy, they're not going to be comfortable with this leverage. But I'm very much relaxed right now. Like I have no worries. I have no like I don't feel like something's going to go wrong. That's what I'm trying to say. So to me, this is nothing. This is just like whatever, like it's within the risk parameters. So yeah, like I said, I don't recommend anybody else trying to copy this unless they are comfortable with what they're doing and they're within their risk parameters. And this is like as high as I would go. This is like me being a complete degen. So basically, yeah, I'm just gonna say it as it is. So um, I'm gonna put in my targets and stuff after, and my stop loss after, because I don't want to enable anyone to copy trade this. And this is going to be turning into a higher time frame trade, and I'm looking for the lower 40s. Let's just say that, because this is just bearish as hell, and it's due for a correction on the 12-hour and daily time frames. So just see how it goes, and I'll make an update for the results of this trade, and if there's another trade, I'll make them all into one video. If not, I'll just make an update on the outcome of this trade. Take care, be safe. I'll see you guys in the next video.